Hey, Skay here, and welcome to the, I think, last Doki Doki Literature Club Plus side story. At least that's what the menu looks like. Guess we'll find out. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it will help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get the most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you could have let me finish. Alright, go ahead. Right, so basically we get all the food we can and then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo, don't be a hater, it's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime, the festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission, and we still put on a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Aha, well, I'm glad it's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. But you'd have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm not sure Natsuki feels the same way. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about this stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh. You're not wrong, I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like the feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I have. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join, after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, you can start. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It sounds like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like it's just a poem, and I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. Then I thought it would be a really good way to get to know the other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that, oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helps me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature and I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people. Yeah, I feel the same way. It really helped give the club a lot more cohesive vision. Oh, this is definitely sounding like some freaking Sayori theme remix right now. Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's needs. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behaviour back then. See, now the music's changed. Everyone has like new versions of their theme tunes in this extra story stuff. At least that's what it seems like.
Nice.
I know it wasn't too long, but it hurts to think about my behaviour back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came to find others who weren't a fantasy, I suppose, that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because of you, and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. While I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behaviour and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time I should have been thinking about the other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh. You're so cute that I'm going to throw up. Oh, please don't do that, Sayori, because I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh. Well, for me it's actually true, so... What are you saying? Nothing? I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn. My heart! Sayori takes some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. And here comes Natsuki theme. The way the themes change around, it almost reminds me of like those old like Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. That every time a character switches around, it's like we got to put their theme on now. It's the rule.
Yeah. So it switched to everyone pretty much at times.
Yeah. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show off. I was just following up Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing that you got out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of favourite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true, only Yuri can. Hey! Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is I'm much better placed mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through, having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine, I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realise that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a joke to everyone. It was really the worst. Natsuki's voice chokes a little. We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, I could never do anything in return. That's not true, Natsuki. You've done a lot more than you think. The club really wouldn't have been the same without you, I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really told me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay, Natsuki wipes her eyes. You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around, and you help me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that just needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't want to think any of us would. I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologise. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. Yeah, of course she has the piano one. That makes sense. for the theme. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people, but everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that that my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and the best thing you can do is to help guide people rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people, we're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of this club, realising what that really means. Sayuri, what are you doing? I just thought we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us. With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayuri writes the word trust on the chalkboard. This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side. Suddenly Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding. I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was difficult for me to express myself. In that case... Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect. I always thought I was a respectable person, but it took the club for me to realise that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one. Sorry, writes balance. Sometimes people want different things out of friendships, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. Now we're sounding like a PSA. This is what I mean. The story is all over the place with this. Sometimes it's like sickly cute. Other times it's like, oh shit, mental health shit. Other times it's like a PSA. Other times it's like harem anime dating sim bullshit. This is what I mean. It's all over the place sometimes. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out. That reminds me. Yuri writes reflection. I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great, we have a whole list of things now. Suddenly everyone turns to look at Natsuki. Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that, jeez. You could have just asked. Monica hands her a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki sighs and writes self-love. I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there's my contribution. Together everyone stares at the words on the board. Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature. Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well. Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush your hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay, everyone get ready. And click. Picture. No, it's going to show us at the end, isn't it?
Most likely.
I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. No! No! Don't say the freaking thing! You're doing this on purpose now! I'm getting some real good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay. The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to the desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri each give each other a quick glance and then start writing immediately. Sayuri stretches and does the same, but Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start. Just move your hand. Monica moused to herself. Write the weight into your heart. Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, it's just that it's something new. Oh no. Now I'm concerned. No, they wouldn't do that, would they? Did we just get... Well, isn't that cute? So this is a special credit sequence basically for the new game parts. It was a good idea. I thought it was something they needed to do. Sometimes it dragged a little bit, but the core idea was... it all made sense, really. It's almost like a taster of what the game would be like without the weirdness. So I guess that's the end of Doki Doki Literature Club plus side stories now? This was an interesting experience. I see how they really wanted to flesh out the characters more and do a bit more justice to them without the creepy weirdness. There was some genuinely useful advice a little bit for people with mental health issues, but there was also some stuff that I thought was blatant fan service. A lot of the stuff even made me have moments of like, oh crap, that's either me or I know someone like that. Or the other moments just made me kind of roll my eyes because I could pretty much imagine all the internet stuff of like, oh, I ship these two, let's go! That sort of thing. Fan translation support, that's a very good point actually. The fan translations for the original version of this game probably made it a lot more accessible to people for all those different languages. It really does seem like the thing that started in 2020, actually no, maybe before then, of how the passion and energy of your fans is an incredible thing if you use it correctly. Any company making any product now, if you're not making use of your fans in a productive way, you're really missing out. And I know that almost sounds like I'm talking about, yeah, you should manipulate your fans. No, I'm just saying, if you have passionate fans, you should be encouraging that. You shouldn't be squashing it like certain companies I know. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, that is us done for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this wholesome, fan servicey occasionally journey. I have more to say about Doki Doki Literature Club, but I figured that's going to be its own video because that would be a nice way to wrap all of this up. There is a lot of stuff to go through, and I hope I can summarize it in a quick way. But anyway, that's all for today. This was AKATheSKay, saying I will see you next time. Bye!